Just when you thought headlines describing ridiculous people calling the police for ridiculous reasons couldn't get any more, well, ridiculous, we recently learned about a woman who dialed 911 on whales during a boating adventure.
Oh my God, this is amazing, you guys. There's another one right behind it. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm out in Puget Sound, and there's 3 gray whales right underneath our boat, and I'm afraid that we might get flipped over. I'm really scared.
Drive away.
Okay, I'm gonna need to impose a 6-month ban on white ladies calling 911 until we can figure out what the hell is going on. But in all seriousness, the real outrage surrounding this story is how often people call the cops on black folks for just, I don't know, doing benign things that everyone else does.
This is part of an ongoing national problem that we keep seeing more and more examples of. Police being called by white people who are reporting black people for mundane activities. There were the 2 black men in the Starbucks right here in Philadelphia arrested for not buying a drink while they waited for a business meeting. A black former White House employee who moved into a building in Harlem, and a neighbor called cops about him being in his own building. 3 Missouri teens shopping for prom clothes in a Nordstrom who were wrongly charged with shoplifting.
And just this past weekend, there was another one of these 911 calls, this time against an 11-year-old boy.
Teresa Klein accused a 9-year-old boy of sexual assault. It's unclear if she was faking the call.
And I am going home. Goodbye, 911 operator.
Police say they have no record of it.
Why don't you upload that to World Star? Go away.
And the store's surveillance video tells a different story, clearly showing the boy's backpack accidentally brushed against Klein.
Even though these stories are being reported as if these nonsensical 911 calls are a new phenomenon, the reality is that the black community has been dealing with this type of treatment for a long time. It's just that now our handy pocket computers can document how often these cases occur. Aside from being outrageous, this is also incredibly dangerous. We've seen far too many instances of unarmed African Americans getting shot by cops after someone calls 911 to report them for doing nothing wrong. In some instances, like the case of 12-year-old Tamir Rice, the responding officer shoots within 2 seconds of arriving to the scene. No questions asked. Rice was in the park playing with a toy gun. So these seemingly ridiculous calls featuring a person overreacting can prove to be deadly. The New York Times reports that half of the African Americans surveyed by NPR said they had personally experienced racial discrimination in police interactions. And there's also a double standard regarding how quickly officers show up to the scene following a 911 call. Vox reports that in Chicago, for example, one study found that the average time to arrival for calls to police in non-white neighborhoods was twice as long as in predominantly white neighborhoods. One woman told me, after waiting for the police to arrive as a 15-year-old girl in her neighborhood lay dying, quote, "They don't come fast, they give you time to die." Look, it's important to acknowledge and confront the societal issues that technological advancements like smartphones and social media shine a light on. Before you think about calling the cops on someone you think seems suspicious, take a moment to ask yourself a few questions. Why does this person look suspicious to you? Is he or she really doing something wrong? Would your city be best served by using up its limited resources on the 911 call you're thinking of making? Or are there other people in need that the cops should be responding to? And if you don't have time to ask yourself these questions, that's a sign. Let it go. Walk away unless you have evidence and a real reason to believe calling 911 makes sense. Oh, you know you want to see more videos like this. Just subscribe to the channel below. And don't forget to become a TYT member and download the TYT Plus app on your phone. Head over to tyt.com/join today.